the difference between me being adopted and, I got partners, man, white partners who was adopted, and, their adopted parents told them who their mother was, and, it was like, this is your mother, and, this who, gave birth to you or whatever, and they told them who they was, and they weren't angry or facetious about it. That didn't happen to me. I was adopted into a family, man. I handmade stuff all my life. I used to handmake my adopted mother. They're a very traditional family, so I used to handmake her like cards on holidays, birthday cards, stuff like that. Mother's Day card, and everybody used to put them on the ledge. Um, in the morning, my adopted mother would take the cards and put them on the coffee table. Well, she would throw mine in the trash. Um, my adopted father, he was never like, you know what, you did a good job, I believe in you. Everything was always negative. You can't do this, you can't do that. He was the type of father where if I got into a fight with somebody, he would take the side of my enemy. Actually, he actually used to allow my enemies used to come in the house and ride my bike, or allow my enemies to ride my moped, or allow my enemies. He would tell me to do shit for free. You live here, you do it for free. But he would actually pay my enemies to come and do work in a house that I lived in. Just because I wanted to know who my mother was, or wanted to know who my family was, because I wanted to see people like me. Um, I can remember going there not too long ago, like 7 or 8 months ago, when shout out to Fred Wyatt, Pastor Fred Wyatt told me to, patch things up with my adopted parents. And I remember it was 9 degrees outside, and I didn't even have heat in my van. And I asked them, I said, well, can I just sit here for 30 minutes? And I've been driving for 2 hours with no heat, 9 degrees in my van. I said, I've been driving for 2 hours. Can I sit in here and let my hands get warm? And they said, no. 9 degrees ain't cold. There's plenty of people outside. Nobody was outside. I can remember my adopted dad rolling over my foot in an SUV. Like, I wasn't raised on love. Like, these people don't have love. You know, I don't know why God allowed me to go through that, but I know it built my struggle, built my strength. I have the kind of adopted parents that had 2 refrigerators full of food. I can remember going there being hungry one day, and they had hamburgers that had uh freezer burn on it. So I asked him, can I have something to eat? No, you can't have nothing to eat. I said, well, can I have those old hamburgers in there? I'm starving. No, we're going to throw them away. I remember when my adopted father's mother died, they gave everybody, they said, such and such date, we're going over there and clean grandma's house out. They gave everybody everything. Nobody asked me if I wanted shit. Mind you, I was the one that used to go over there and cut her grass. None of these other people ever went over there and cut grass. They went over there, they took everything out of there. So by the time I got there, I was in a relationship with a girl named Ro, living in Northern Virginia. By the time I got there, they had took everything. It wasn't but 3 things really left in the house. Uh, the refrigerator, the stove, and refrigerator, the stove, and an old ass refrigerator, stove, and old food in the pantry. So, after they took everything, my adopted dad said, uh, well, what you gonna get? I said, well, only thing I want is that old refrigerator. We ain't gonna keep giving you everything. I took the refrigerator. They talked about that shit for years. When my adopted mother's sister died, Emma, nobody used to take care of Emma. I got videos on this page. Matter of fact, I'll put them in the description. I used to take Emma to the grocery store, take her to the doctor. My adopted mother only picked her up on Sundays to take her to church. And when Emma got sick, Emma told everybody in the family. Keith, her own nephew, robbed her of her 2 houses. Emma was writing me checks. She was only paying me $100 a week to clean her house. Man, I was living almost 100 miles away. So I was driving 100 miles here to cut her grass and clean her house and wipe shit up off the floor. And 100 miles here and 100 miles back. And she won't pay me but $100. And I was using 90% of that money for gas money. So when Emma got sick, you guys, all my partners know, man. They like, man, you got the worst. Man, your parents evil. So when Emma got sick and I went to get my stuff, don't you know my adopted mother? She had never been over Emma's house for leisure. She's coming there, sit there and talk to her and take her to church. Don't you know she took the key and locked the door and wouldn't let me get my stuff? And instead of me getting my stuff for free, just let me take my stuff. I won't charge nobody. She said, give Jawan the check. Emma told her, give me a check and let him take his stuff. Instead of giving me this stuff for free, my adopted mother paid her grandsons and her great nephews to throw this stuff away. It's just all kind of bitterness and hatred. Especially because I wanted to know who my mother is. Like, now you know who your mother was? Don't ever ask us for shit. Those are the kind of parents I was adopted to. I had done everything. I remember my first movie came out in 2008. I was like, call my movie out, whatever. My first thing my adopted that don't mean nothing. Anybody can make a movie. Man used to always be like, bro, don't listen to that. Anybody can't make no movie. I started making clothes. They were like, ain't nobody gonna never buy your clothes. You need to get a real job. You think you better than us. You gonna suffer like we suffer. To this day, y'all know, everybody know I just, moved from Virginia Beach. And, I told them last week it was thunderstorm, hurricane. I need to get my stuff from Virginia Beach. But the National Guard wouldn't let me go into Virginia Beach to get my stuff out. And I called my adopted mother and said, do you mind if I get a few dollars to have somewhere to stay? Because my stuff is in Virginia Beach. They told her, we don't care nothing about your stuff. We ain't got shit for you. But they will pay my enemies. I mean, they actually would. I'm talking about people that call the police on me and kick me off their property. They would actually pay them people to come in the house and do work while I'm living there. Talking about, this ain't your house. This is my house. We like him. My enemy. My enemy, bro. Imagine being raised like that. I don't care how good of a job. Man, you talk to anybody that I've worked for or worked with, they will tell you, that man work his ass off. I don't be on my phone or nothing. I straight work. You talking about intelligence? People say, man, that dude is brilliant. You talk to my adopted dad, he has he know how to save money, but he has a very, very, very low IQ and he is not handy. He can't even use a screwdriver. I just don't, I've been around so many heartless people. It's unreal. I've been around so many heartless people. That's why I love so much. I've been around so many heartless people. They used to like, when they bought me stuff, they be like, we bought you anything you want. No, you guys bought me what you wanted me to have. You feel me? Because if you would have bought me what I wanted, that's something different. But you bought me what you wanted me to have. They'd be like, we're going to buy you this and you're going to wear it. Well, I don't want to wear that. Well, you either take this or nothing. What do you mean? That's not what I want. We don't care what you want. Either you live and look like we want you to look, or we don't never give you shit. That's why we don't talk now. Because they're so nasty, man. I have never in my life met people so nasty. And the more God blesses me, the more I come through triumph and tragedy, the angrier they get. The more people say, oh yeah, that's Wanza people. We heard Wanza doing that. Oh, we don't approve of that. We don't care. What are you doing? Then they run around and they was telling lies. I'm in there bullying them, man. That wasn't true. Only thing I wanted to know was my God-given right to find out who my mother was. And for all my life, I have been asking, who is my mother? We don't know. They've been giving me fake documents, lying, hating on me. My adopted daddies be like, you the only person out here in the world that won't know who your mama is. And I thought that was to be true until websites like 23andMe came out, or websites like Ancestor.com came out. And when those websites came out, you seen all these people wanted to know who their parents were. And I said that, them people stupid just like you. They are very, very, very controlling people. Very, very, very nasty and demonic people. Everything the Bible talks about, I doubt the mother goes to church probably 10 times she says she does. You know, every my adopted people, man, like I've never in my life seen people so mad, so hateful, so disrespectful, and so nasty, but seem to be so blessed. Never in my life. I'm like, man, how can God bless people like that? They live to be an old age, they got money, they got food. Like I always say, man, how can God bless people who are so nasty? That's why I'm so giving. Like when I used to do cookouts for young people, why you always helping people? You need to keep that for yourself. We don't get nobody shit around here. Why are these people so nasty, and why do they have so much life? I'm hand making clothing. Like, man, don't wear that stuff around us. I remember you can ask my ex. I handmade. We had some family reunion shirts, and I handmade mine. My doctor mom said, don't show this shit to nobody. Why are these people so nasty? And they go to she go to church every day. The Bible talks about love. The Bible talks about helping orphans. The Bible talks about gifts. They don't give a fuck. They don't believe none of that shit. Church is nothing but the club for older people for them. My adopted dad, why you on here telling up? Don't tell them about what we done to you. Tell them what we done for you. What have you done for me? I still have nightmares. They had me robbed when I was 4, bro. I put that video in this description. They had me robbed, bro. At 4, they had a child robbed. It had me robbed at 4. They gonna tell me I was weak. They had 3 white dudes come up to me with guns and take my shit and tell me it was a joke. And what 4-year-old knows shit like that is a joke? But that's how demonistic and demonic these people are. Every time I done got like their nephew Keith, I did work for him, he ain't pay me. They told me, so what, he ain't pay you? But they want their money when I ever borrow money from them, they go off when I don't pay them back. But they want their money. It's a deep hatred because I don't want to be like him. It's a deep hatred because I don't hate people like them. It's a deep hatred because I don't lie like them. It's a deep hatred because I don't treat people like shit. I can remember I told my adopted daddy, I had been on drugs for years, and I was like, man, you know what? I want a personal relationship, a better relationship with my daughter. You know what he told me? You need to just worry about yourself. You don't need to be friends with your daughter. You don't be friends with your kids. Your kids supposed to hate you. I grew up with parents like that, bro. And still I stand. They told me, ain't nobody never gonna buy that shit you make. I'm closing stores now. Ain't nobody gonna never watch your movies. My movies have been on TV. And for those who know, I won't speak a lot on it, but I just got a movie deal. I'm doing 100% of the finance, 100% of everything. And I get more money off my movies at the box office than anybody ever in history. You either gonna listen to us or you gonna suffer. Oh, I've suffered a lot. I've suffered a whole lot. But I tell you one thing, boy. Y'all might have fucked me over, and all them niggas that done robbed me, when I did right by y'all and I done helped families and everything, I take that on the chest, man. I take that on the chest, bro. Cause I got God in me, and I ain't gonna stop helping people, bro. I ain't gonna stop. Whether these Negroes, these hateful Negroes in Richmond like it or not, I tell you what, I got God in my life and on my life. I got favor on my life. If you rob me and you steal from me, you stole from God, bro. I don't sell drugs. I don't sell dope. I don't rob. I don't steal. I don't tell lies, and then I do the best thing for the next best reason. And I'm coming, bro. You can't stop me, bro. You can't stop what God ordained. Period.